So picture this. Imagine leaving your private checking account, just open on a public street, right? Like letting literally anyone walk by and withdraw $20 whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, I mean, you would never do that.
Exactly. You would never do that with your money. So why do you do it with your personal energy? Welcome to today's deep dive, where we're on a mission to dismantle this deeply ingrained myth. The idea that being a quote-unquote good person means you just have to be constantly accessible to everyone. We are digging into Ori Karim's essay today on why your energy is a highly valuable resource requiring strict protection, not just public property.
Right, and Karim argues that we constantly confuse accessibility with care, and it's honestly bankrupting us psychologically. What's fascinating here is the actual mechanics of why this happens. Like, when your brain is just constantly on standby for incoming requests.
Like texts or emails, right?
Yeah, texts, emails, random favors. It actually forces your nervous system into this constant state of hypervigilance. You aren't just losing the 2 minutes it takes to reply to a message.
Right, you lose the focus.
Exactly. You are losing the cognitive momentum of whatever you were originally focused on.
Okay, let's unpack this, because it really reminds me of a public 24/7 water fountain. We sort of let anyone just walk up and take a sip of our energy day or night.
Oh, totally. We absolutely do.
But like you mentioned with the checking account, I mean, it needs to be treated as private. And Karim notes that unrestricted access really just breeds one-sided relationships that are, well, disguised as being supportive.
Yeah, the essay points out that giving without structure doesn't actually make you a better friend. It just makes you exhausted. Karim writes that when you are always available, your presence loses its value and becomes an expected utility.
Wow, an expected utility. That is harsh, but true.
Right. People stop seeing your limits because, honestly, you haven't shown them any.
Yeah, but here is my hang up with this. If I have been operating like that public water fountain for years, turning off the tap feels kind of dangerous. Like if I suddenly stop replying to people quickly or start limiting my availability, won't they take it personally?
Oh, they definitely might.
I mean, won't they think I'm just rejecting them?
Well, they will probably feel uncomfortable, yeah. But the psychological reason for that discomfort is that you are breaking a pattern that you trained them to expect.
Oh, I see. It makes sense.
Right, like if you reply to a casual work Slack message at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday while you're trying to watch a movie, you just taught your colleague that your off hours are negotiable.
Oh man, guilty as charged.
We all do it. But protecting your energy feels like rejection to them only because they're so used to overstepping. Boundaries aren't walls keeping people out, they are systems.
Systems?
Yeah, systems that shift your brain from a reactive habit like asking what do they need from me to an intentional choice, asking what is actually aligned for me.
Here's where it gets really interesting, especially when Karim introduces this concept of access tiers. Because everyone does not need, or frankly deserve, the same level of emotional access to you.
Absolutely not.
To bring it back to that checking account analogy, not everyone gets your routing number. I mean, most people should just get, like, a prepaid debit card with a strict emotional limit. It is perfectly fine if certain people only get surface-level engagement.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, that tiered system is literally how you survive. Access shouldn't be granted based on history or social pressure or, just a sense of obligation.
Right, it has to make sense for you.
Exactly. It must be aligned with trust and mutual effort. If you find yourself constantly explaining yourself when silence would be better, or responding just out of pure guilt when your body is screaming for rest, you are overriding your own system.
You're handing out your routing number to someone who just walked through the door.
You hit the nail on the head.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? It sounds like the ultimate goal here isn't making everyone else comfortable, but actually taking control of your space so your mind can stabilize. Peace doesn't come from being everything to everyone.
No, it really comes from making decisions that align with your actual capacity. You owe yourself that alignment and clarity. And, growth requires adjustment.
It really does.
Sometimes that just means actively choosing to respond slower, maybe engaging a little less, and actually letting go of the guilt when you say no.
And that leaves us with this final thought for you to chew on today. Your energy literally dictates how you think, how you feel, and how you live. So what happens to your life's biggest ambitions when you allow minor, everyday boundary leaks to drain your focus?
It's a massive question.
It really is. If you keep treating your energy like that public water fountain, could your biggest obstacle right now simply be the text messages you feel obligated to answer